Okay, so it's July 14th, 2026, and this is another journal entry. And recently, I've been doing my movement stuff and that sort of thing, but there would be cases where some people might be nearby, and usually I feel this sense of pressure, and I start feeling constricted and frozen, like I can't move as freely, because in the back of my mind I might be thinking, oh, someone might be watching me, what are they thinking, that sort of thing. And it would kind of distract me, and I'd lose focus, and I wouldn't be able to like just focus on like the space and movement and that sort of thing. So I realized maybe I could just do the opposite, like whenever I have that feeling of being constricted, to push back against that pressure and just kind of open up myself and kind of expand by making myself larger, like that, this sort of thing. So I just kind of, I'd do this, and I'd feel that sense of being like open and more spacious and that sort of thing, instead of being constricted. And I feel like it helps. I still have to test it more and see if it actually is working. But I just thought I'd share that because I think it's kind of interesting and something that might be helpful in case someone's watching and that sort of thing. Just kind of like when you feel that pressure, sense of pressure, and feeling constricted, to kind of push back against it, do the opposite, kind of like open up yourself, just to be like, hey, like just, whatever, just kind of, I think it kind of just tells your body that like it's okay to like move and be like free to do stuff while others are like nearby and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna try to remind myself to do, because that's also a thing I have to kind of remember to do it. But so I need more time to kind of condition myself and that sort of thing. So I think there's something there that'll work, but I have to try it more. All right, so another thing I'm thinking about is maybe doing some tutorials, just some basic tutorials about liquid dance and that sort of thing. I'm not an expert or anything, but I was reminded recently about the importance of order and structure, and how that gives someone more guidance and that sort of thing. Some people don't need that. Some people prefer just doing things on their own without any guidance. I'm kind of that way. I don't like really being guided or being told what to do and that sort of thing, because I like to kind of do it myself and develop my own understanding and way of doing things. I just like to differentiate myself more from others, but that can be difficult because that makes it harder for me to relate with other people, because I kind of try and be something else. But for some people, they like more guidance. And usually in the beginning, it's you look for that sort of guidance because you don't really know too much about what it is yet. Like when I was first starting liquid dance, I was like, oh, what's liquid? What sort of moves can you do? Because like you don't know too much yet, and maybe there's like other moves that you haven't seen before. So you're like, oh, what moves are there, right? What can I do? And so you go searching around trying to look for tutorials and that sort of thing. That's what I did. And then you'd like learn the basics, and then you'd be like, oh, now what? What do I do now? Right? So then I just started doing my own thing and just allowing the moves to emerge and learning from the process of kind of just trying stuff, seeing what works and what doesn't work. I feel like that's like a deeper process, a deeper experience. But I understand that like tutorials are important too. It's like a useful way to kind of guide someone into the world of whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? So I don't know if I'm going to make them yet. It's just a thought. If you're interested in seeing those things, leave a comment, that sort of thing. Or if there's anything you need help with, just leave a comment, that sort of stuff. But yeah, so This is a journal entry. Today is July 14th, 2026. Wow, that was a really lackluster way to end the journal entry. But anyways, it is what it is. I'll keep doing these, trying to get better at them, that sort of thing. Okay, so another thing I'm considering doing is maybe creating some basic tutorials related to liquid dance and just movement stuff. But I don't really want to do it because I prefer thinking of this stuff as like an emergent process where you just kind of learn as you go and try different things. So I don't like the idea of guiding others by giving them specific steps, because I'd prefer them to just move and figure stuff out on their own. I feel like it's a more rewarding experience when you do that, and it's more personal. It allows you to kind of develop yourself in a unique way, that sort of thing. And there's a lot more I could talk about, but I want to try and keep it more this brief. But anyways, I was thinking there's also an importance to having a more structured way of guiding someone that relies on like ordered steps and that sort of thing. And that's useful for people that need more of a controlled, uniform type of learning something. And it's also kind of what I did when I was first learning, because I didn't know too much. I didn't know what was possible, and I wanted to find out. I was like, oh, what moves can you do, and that sort of thing. Are there specific moves that I can do to learn this specific type of dance and that sort of thing? And so I understand other people are doing that as well, and maybe I could just create some tutorials, some basic things, just to put it out there, just to maybe I could create them in my own way. That might be a little bit different or whatever. Just something to try, I don't know. But I don't really want to do it, but I also kind of want to do it just to try it, try creating those things. I've already created one tutorial in the past that just kind of went over a lot of basic stuff, and something that helped me in the process of learning splitting and that sort of stuff. But I haven't done any since then, and I don't know if I should do any more. So let me know if you want to see some tutorials and that sort of thing. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning all this, figuring stuff as I go, but I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of the basics, and I could probably put together something useful, I think. So I know some people really like tutorials and having that like step-by-step way of learning, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that, or maybe I'll just make it anyways. If you don't want them, you might not want them, but I'll make them anyway, just to annoy you. I don't know. But so that's just something that I'm thinking about doing. We'll see if it happens or not. But yeah, this is just another journal entry in case I want to look back on what I'm thinking, or if you want to hear more about what I'm thinking about and that sort of stuff. So it's July 14th, 2026, and yeah, that's it for today.